Good evening, and welcome back for another video from Greyman's Profit for Beginners. Today, we'll be studying the introduction into candle structures. So you're a new trader, you're learning scopes, you're learning the new terminology, but you're still not comfortable of how to enter the trade and where you're going to place it. Are you going to buy or are you going to sell? It's not a silly thing to feel. We've all felt it. So, on the board, I've got 4 of the most basic candle structures that when you see them, 9 times out of 10, they're always going to have the same reaction. That way, you can get comfortable with them, and once you see them in the market, you'll know how to use them. Okay, let's get into it. First of all, I'll bring the board forward a little. So, the first one on the board is called the Morning Star, and it is shown by this indication. So often, whenever you see a hammer situation after a bearish market, so a large red candle moving downwards, and then a smaller candle with a longer wick and a hammer shape, this will indicate most likely that it is going to go to the upward direction. So if you see this at the bottom of a curve or in your charts, 9 times out of 10, this is going to be a buying margin. And this is what it will look like. So most of the time, you'll see a downward motion, this icon show up, and it will result in a buying curve. Buy if you see this. The second one is the exact opposite of the first. This one is called the Evening Star. So it shows in the same pattern. So first of all, you'll see a larger buying icon, followed by a small, still bearish wick with a candle with a larger wick, and then a small indicator which looks like a downward hammer. And this will follow as a sweeping low and a sweeping high. So when you see this, this would be an indicator to short. Whenever you see the upside down hammer, sell. This is what it looks like practically. So the market will come up. You will see this as an indicator at the top, as that shape, as the hammer, and it will most likely, 9 times out of 10, will indicate short. So, sell. The one thing I do have to warn you about all of these strategies is, of course, with trading, it's never going to be 100%. Don't get discouraged when you lose. The best traders in the world, maybe win about 45% of their trades. And you'd be surprised, that makes them very, very profitable. But that means a large percentage of what we do, what you're trying to learn, is losing. Don't be discouraged by it. All you have to do, watch the patterns, watch for these to arise, and put your foot in the water. If it doesn't work out, all you have to do is look, learn, and you'll do the best you can. Anyway, let's get back to it. So, the third concept is called the 3 white soldiers. And this is basically the same as the Morning Star, and all it does is it goes sweeping lows. So, in this case, if you were in a bearish market, so we've gone down, and this is one of the larger candles down to the bottom, and it is followed by one bullish candle, which you're going to allow. It's okay, you don't make a move because it's no confirmation such as a long wick. So what you do is you wait it out. The next candle is bullish. So we've gone out of the bearish market and we've entered a bullish short front. So we've got one candle that's bullish, a second candle that's bullish, and the one that you're waiting for, the reason that I've told you to hold off, this third candle, if it follows in unison, that you have one lower, one sell, and 3 buys, and combined, these 3 raise higher than this last sell, that would be an indication that we're changing out of the original market, and this would be a break of structure. So, we've gone out of the bearish market and into a bullish market. In other words, if you can catch it here, the following, next steps are most likely going to be a buy position. The next one is exactly the opposite. So all the terminology that I'm showing you today, actually, they're polar opposites. They work in tandem. So the 3 black crows work exactly the opposite as the 3 white soldiers. If you see, so we've been in an upward movement. We see a larger one at the top, followed by 3 small downward candles. So you'll wait a little bit. And the 3 combined candles show lower than this original one at a peak. So it's obviously already raised up quite a bit. As a beginner, you'll just have to look and go, okay, look at the extremes rather than really analyze the chart. So you'll watch it go up and wait for these 3 red crows to show up. Then that would be an indicator that we're heading into a bearish market, meaning you would short. Well, I hope that covers a few concepts for you. Of course, you don't have to worry about it. If you don't understand or you're struggling a little bit, all you have to do is DM for help. Write something in the comments or send me a message. I'd love to help you. Everyone's been a beginner, so there's no stupid questions and don't feel foolish. The market's going to make you do that anyway. Trust me. Okay, hope you have a lovely evening, and once again, be the grey man.